Hello, everyone. Welcome to our episode on mussels, the superheroes of the sea, brought to you by Sea Life. I'm Gimhan, and this is my co-host Riley.
Today we're going to explore a really cool idea, how mussels, yes, those little shellfish, can help clean up our polluted rivers and waters and how we can protect them.
When we talk about keeping rivers clean, most people think of machines or filters, but nature already has its own filter, mussels. That's what scientists have been studying in Western Australia, where they tested how we can save the mussels from dying and improve the water quality. Let's find out how they did it.
Hello, I'm Eleni, one of the volunteers that worked on the Mussel Habitat Project. The research looked at whether mussels really made a difference in cleaning polluted water. We placed special mats made from coconut fibers called koya mats in parts of the Swan River. Over a few months, thousands of tiny mussels moved in, building their own underwater neighborhood. We measured how much water they could clean and it was incredible. 1 square meter of mussels could filter over 1 million liters of water in one summer. That's like cleaning a whole swimming pool every few days using nothing but nature.
That's amazing, but why does it matter if the water is cleaner? When the water has too many nutrients in it from things like fertilizers, sewage, or waste, something called eutrophication occurs. This means that tiny green plants called algae grow super quickly and form thick blankets on the surface of the water. It might look cool at first, but it blocks sunlight from reaching plants and animals below. When algae dies, it starts to rot, using up all the oxygen in the water. Without oxygen, fish and other creatures can't survive, and the river becomes dull, green, and lifeless. That's where mussels come in. They act like natural filters, removing all those extra nutrients and making the water look clean again, and cleaner. So mussels aren't just sitting there, they're working hard to keep our rivers healthy and safe, turning dirty water like this into clean water like this. I'll now hand it over to Dr. Fatima, who explained the method behind the study that proved how powerful mussels really are.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Fatima, and I study how mussels help clean rivers. To assess how well they work, scientists set up special experiments in Western Australia, where 2 rivers were tested for mussel filtration, the Canning River and the Swan River. Particulate matter, which is a mix of tiny solid and liquid particles, ranged from 31 to 75% in these rivers. Mussels were collected from the rivers using a special mat that was placed over the water. The collected mussels were placed in containers divided into 10 sections, with 3 mussels in each. River water was pumped through constantly to act just like a real river. As the water flowed, mussels filtered it, eating all the tiny particles and extra nutrients. This made the water coming out much clearer. By measuring how much the mussels were removed, we could see exactly how they reduced eutrophication. The results of the experiment were amazing. In the Swan River, 1,000 square meters of mussels filtered about 13.6% of the water in spring and 24.5% in the summer. In the smaller Canning River, 1,000 square meters of mussels filtered 9.6% of water in the spring and 64.4% in the summer. Woo! These experiments show that protecting mussels can make a real difference for rivers and the creatures that live there. We'll now see the strengths and limitations with Eleni.
Mussels are great filters. They work naturally, don't need electricity, and volunteers like myself can monitor them. 1 square meter can clean 250,000 liters of water. However, there are limitations. The study was done in Australia, so results may differ elsewhere. The optimal temperature for mussels filtration is around 22 degrees, so they filter much more in the summer rather than in cooler weather like in spring and in winter. To make a big difference, we'd need a lot of mussels and space. Still, they show how nature-based solutions can complement human efforts. I'll now introduce Todd, who will tell us how we know the results are safe and real.
Hi everyone, my name is Todd, and I'm in charge of the rules and ethics behind this project as a policy officer. What do? I make sure everything is spick and span. Not only will our water be clean, but our work as well. Whenever scientists work with nature, we have to make sure we're doing it safely and fairly. That means getting special permits before putting anything into rivers. I make sure we follow the law, or else we will get in big trouble with the big boys under the Environment Protection Act, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, Heritage Act, and Ethics Committees. Sounds scary, but don't worry. That is why I'm here. Making sure we use local mussels, not species from other places that could become pests. We also need to make sure that we do not contribute to using endangered mussel species and not possibly causing extinction in doing this. Checking that the experiment doesn't harm fish, plants, and other animals. And of course, having our work peer reviewed, which means other scientists check the study before it's published. We have a lot of friends from different places like zoos, marine centres, labs, and other scientists to give the final tick. This helps everyone trust science. It's not just one person's opinion, it's been checked, tested, and approved by experts who care about the environment. My job in ensuring legal, ethical, and regulatory aspects is done.
In the future, we want to keep improving muscle restoration. We'll test stronger mats that last longer, study how many years muscles survive, and combine them with other plants like seagrass. We could even build computer models to predict how much cleaner a river could get if we restored muscles in lots of areas. The goal is to use nature to help nature. That's the heart of environmental science.
All of this connects to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs for short. These are 17 goals created to make the world a better place by 2030, like protecting nature, providing clean waterways, and helping people live healthier lives. Our Muscle project links to Goal 6, Clean Water and Sanitation, which focuses on keeping rivers and lakes clean and safe. And Goal 14, Life Below Water, which is all about protecting the animals and plants that live in our rivers, lakes, and oceans. By filtering out extra nutrients and tiny particles, mussels help water stay clean, clear, and healthy. This means fish, plants, and other water creatures have a better home, and people can enjoy cleaner water too.
Yeah!
Projects like this show that even small creatures can make a big difference. By restoring mussel habitats, we're protecting whole ecosystems, helping biodiversity, and supporting people who depend on healthy rivers. Tiny mussels are like superheroes, keeping our waterways alive.
So, what have we learned today? Although mussels seem small, they help filter and clean millions of litres of water. From the study we talked about today, it shows us how science, teamwork, and care for the environment can really help make a difference. So next time you see a mussel on a rock or maybe a tank, remember, it's quietly keeping our waters safe and clean. Hopefully one day you'll help us make a change as well.